All right, we're live. Tom Bartholomew here. Hey, I got a question. Do you know the best place to hide a dead body? The second page of Google. That's right, you don't want to end up on the second page of search results. I mean, who wants to be there? We want to get traffic, we want to generate business from our website. So, in order to do that, we have to show up on the first page of search results. It's very important. And I know we've probably heard this, and you're probably wondering, well, how do I show up on the first page of search results? Well, one of the ways to show up high on a search result is links. Now, I'm sure you've heard about different type of links before: backlinks, internal links, external links. Well, I'm going to focus on those three right there. So by the time we're done today, we're going to know exactly what those three links are: an internal link, an external link, and a backlink, and what their importance are for your website. So let's just start out with an internal link. So you have a website right here, right? In your website, if you point to have a link to another page on your website, that's an internal link. You're linking to your own page internally. Just like if you had a house and you put a link from one part of your house to the other, you didn't leave the house. Internal link. That's what an internal link. Now, you have full control of internal links. You can change them, you can point them to different places. And what you have control of is what's called anchor text. So this is a little bit different than the links, but I want to get this out of the way right away. So anchor text are the words or text that's on top of the link. So if the hyperlink is just www.whatever.com, that's just a hyperlink. But if you put words over top of it, so instead of saying, BartholomewMediaGroup.com, which is my website for website design for contractors, you could use the same link, but put website design on it. And then website design would be the anchor text for BartholomewMediaGroup.com. So anchor text is the text over top of the link. So you can control your anchor text all you want in internal links. That's the beauty about internal links. And that helps tell Google and other search engine what your page is all about. So you're kind of helping them along when they're searching your site. So that's the first type of link, the internal link, the link that you put from your page to your page, a different page on your website, from the home page to the services page. So that's an internal link. So the next link we're going to talk about is an external link. So an external link is different because it goes from your website to someone else's website. So you're not linking to your own, you're linking to someone else's website. Now, you want to be careful with this. You don't want to just link to any old website. You want to make sure it's a respected, trusted website that'll give your visitors valuable information. You don't want it to be to a spam site or anything like that. So be very careful on what links that you post, external links. So that would be a link going to someone else's website. Those are important because maybe you're trying to make a point on your website and you name a statistic. Well, maybe you could put a link to where you found that statistic, the authority on that. So that's one way you could use an external link. So an external link, again, links going to someone else's website. So we talked about two of them so far. We got the internal links. Those are ones pointing to our own website. And we have external links pointing to someone else's website. And now, arguably the most important, and I'm even going to give you a resource so you can check your own website to see how many of these you have, is we're going to talk about backlinks. So you might have even heard this term before, a backlink. What is a backlink? Well, a backlink differs from those two is you don't have as much control over a backlink because it's from someone else's website pointing over to your website. So they put a link on their website and said, hey, you might want to go over to this person's website, and that's your website. So that's a backlink. So when somebody points a link on their page that has your website, that's a backlink. Now, backlinks are arguably the most important because search engines kind of see them as a vote. If someone links to your page, they're essentially telling Google, hey, I vote for that person. I vote for that website, right? So, and there's a lot of different types of backlinks. People pay for them. Don't do that. You can have someone, you can reach out. That's a great way to do it. Great way to gain more backlinks is just find a website you think would work, where your website would be beneficial to their readers, and send them an email. Reach right out to them. It's always good to have a lot of backlinks, but that's not the only ranking factor, but it is one of the biggest. So with the different types of links, internal, where you're pointing at your own page, external, where you point at someone else's page, and a backlink with someone else points at your page. So if you utilize those and come up with mini strategies to incorporate all of those three, you'll be doing really well and show up higher in search results. Now, the most important one, again, I can't emphasize this enough, are backlinks. With backlinks, you want to make sure that you get as many as you can, because that's just going to raise your results in the search engines. So get the backlinks, do interlinking, so you're linking to your own page, different places on your site, back and forth. That's going to help you too. And I hope you learned all about links. I put in the comments where you can find a great tool from SEMrush on finding out if your website has any backlinks, and how many, and if they're good or bad or toxic. We'll get into that in another episode. Right now, I just want to talk about the links. Really easy, really quick. Internal, external, and backlinks. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to speak to you. Thanks so much. Tune in next Thursday. We'll see you then.